And we're back. Hey guys, how you going? It's Andy here, and we're off on another armchair adventure. This time around we're heading for the awesome Cathedral Rocks, which is located just to the north of Kiama. We're going to go there, show you how to get down onto the rocks themselves. We'll take a few photos, maybe fly the drone, and have a good look around. Well, here we are down at Jones Beach, and this is the car park you should come to if you want to walk down onto the beach itself. I'll spin the camera around so you can see what it looks like. There's a little kids playground here and some nice picnic tables and a pretty sizable car park. As you come into Kiama Downs, you might see signs pointing off to Cathedral Rocks, and you won't actually be able to get down to the rocks themselves from that top area down at the Boneyard. You have to come down here to the middle of Jones Beach and then walk south down the beach to get to the rocks themselves. So we're going to load up the stuff, get the cameras and the drone ready, and we'll take a little walk down the beach and have a look. So here we are on Jones Beach on an absolutely glorious bloody day. It's absolutely gorgeous here. And over there, you can see where we're heading. It's a very short walk, about 400 or 500 meters down to Cathedral Rocks. It's only a very light breeze, so I'm going to get down there now before the wind gets up and fly the drone. So here we are at the southern end of Jones Beach, and you can just see Cathedral Rocks glimpsing through the gaps there. But the only way to get round to the main structures of Cathedral Rocks is this way, along the base of the cliffs. And it can be a little bit dodgy. Now obviously Cathedral Rocks is a really popular location for sunrise photography, and most of the times that I've been here, been walking along these particular rocks in the pitch black. So I have to say it's quite pleasant to be walking here in broad daylight and to be able to see exactly where I'm stepping. Okay, so let's give you a little bit of a guided tour. So here's where you come in to Cathedral Rocks. And as you can imagine, in the dark with just a head torch on, that gets pretty precarious. So anyway, you come in here, and then you've got to cross this little inlet here in front of us. Down this away is the famous sea cave, which is quite silted up at the moment. So that's the cave. Coming around this way, there's quite a bit more you can explore if you're relatively nimble. Down this away is this big gully, which is quite deep, but you can go along the edge here and just walk along these rocks, go around the back there and walk around that side to get to the larger rocky area over that way. And there's a further rock area, which I will just show you, over the other side there, and you can get a shot looking back on Cathedral Rocks. If you are a photographer, I don't actually much like that angle with the rocks. It looks quite phallic, shall we say, if you shoot it from over there. If you shoot it from this way, you get the classic cathedral look, the kind of fortified castle turrets that this location is famous for. The best time to visit Cathedral Rocks is firstly when it's low tide, because it can get pretty treacherous when the tide's in and the water's coming up over these rocks. And secondly, really awesome at sunrise. Got some epic photographs here. I'll put a few on the screen. And thirdly, it's an absolutely brilliant location for astrophotography. This is the classic location to shoot your Cathedral Rocks shot, out through the little sea cave, over the rocks. Do it at sunrise or at night time with the astrophotography, get the Milky Way over the top of them. It looks absolutely awesome. These houses along here have got a pretty nice view, haven't they? Don't know what they cost, but I know it's more than I can afford. Okay, so that is Cathedral Rocks. What I'm going to do now is get in the car and show you where a lot of people go wrong when they try and come down here, when they follow the Google Maps directions to Cathedral Rocks. You end up the other side. I'm just going to show you that. For the first time I came to Cathedral Rocks, I spent more time than I'm happy to admit trying to get round to the rocks from here. So if your sat nav has sent you down to this location, you're in the wrong place. You need to go to the Jones Beach car park. The only way you're going to get around to the main rocks from here is if you're a mountain goat. So what makes this particular little dead end all the more deceptive is that at low tide, all the sand's out here. You can walk out all the way past those rocks, and even when it's like that, you still can't really get round to the main rocks unless you swim it or you're a mountain goat. Let me just show you what I mean. Here you go, around there. There's some very deep gullies that you can't see around there, and you're just not going to make it. Not to say that this isn't lovely, of course. Over in that direction is the Boneyard. It gets its name because that's where they used to scrap boats, and there used to be the hulks of old boats up on the rocks here. And that brings us to the end of another awesome armchair adventure at the world famous Cathedral Rocks. As always, I do hope you've enjoyed this particular video. If you have, please subscribe to my channel, and I promise to bring you much more content exploring the amazing landscape and attractions of South Coast New South Wales. Until next time, everyone, bye!